In the high-pressure environment of timeshare sales, representatives frequently employ a variety of techniques to influence potential buyers. One such tactic is code switching, a communication strategy where salespeople adjust their language, tone, body language, and overall demeanor to match the buyer's background, culture, and preferences. This adaptability helps them quickly establish rapport and build trust, making it easier to influence buying decisions. While code switching may seem subtle, its effects are significant, often making buyers feel more comfortable and agreeable during presentations. If you're passionate about consumer protection and want attorney-verified information, then please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter X for weekly content on travel scams. In this video, we will be exploring the mind game of code switching and how it's used in timeshare sales. We will be covering why it's imperative for buyers to recognize this technique so they can make it through the presentation without being brainwashed. And yes, I actually mean brainwashed.
MCC has received hundreds of complaints about timeshare recently.
We're eventually given these vouchers. Promise a quick sale? That never happens. What victims get is an empty wallet.
Contracts are designed to have no end.
Code switching in sales refers to the practice of shifting between different communication styles to build rapport with customers. In timeshare sales, this could mean adopting a formal tone for one client while being casual and friendly with another. Sales representatives use this technique to create a sense of comfort and trust, helping the potential buyer feel understood and valued. The goal of code switching is to forge a connection that breaks down resistance and builds optimism. This tactic is particularly effective in the emotionally charged setting of timeshare sales, where buyers may feel overwhelmed by the volume of information and the pressure to make quick decisions. Now, let's talk about how timeshare salespeople use this thing called code switching. They begin by subtly mirroring a buyer's personality and body language. Sales representatives are trained to read body language and verbal cues from prospective timeshare buyers. For example, if a buyer is analytical, the salesperson might switch to a data-driven approach, emphasizing numbers and statistics. If a buyer seems more emotionally driven or family-oriented, the representative may focus on personal stories or the emotional benefits of timeshare ownership. Because of this manipulation, many people find themselves believing that they are becoming genuine friends with the agent. Next, they get more personal and attempt to build emotional connections, but in a sneaky way that feels organic to the buyer. By altering their communication style, timeshare salespeople can trigger emotional responses. A friendly, relatable tone can make a buyer feel at ease, while a more authoritative style can establish credibility with a hesitant buyer. This emotional manipulation can lead buyers to make decisions based more on feelings than facts. And finally, the closing technique. This step is the most notorious, yet still has such a high success rate: the almighty, urgent call to action. Salespeople like to imply scarcity of opportunities to create urgency and adrenaline during their pitch. If a buyer seems hesitant, the salesperson may switch to a more urgent tone, emphasizing that the offer is limited or that prices will rise soon. This plays into the buyer's fear of missing out, a common strategy in high-pressure sales environments. Learning how to read code switching is a secret weapon for potential buyers who are cautious with their decisions. This tactic is designed to make buyers feel at ease, lowering their defenses and leading to impulsive decisions. However, by identifying these techniques, consumers can slow down the process and make more informed choices. Buyers should be aware that timeshare sales representatives are trained in psychological manipulation. Recognizing these tactics allows buyers to step back, evaluate the offer objectively, and avoid being swayed by emotional appeals or a false sense of rapport. Here are some tips to avoid code switching. First, stay objective. When a salesperson is mimicking your language or body language, it's a sign they're using code switching to influence your decision. Ask direct questions to maintain control of the conversation. Next, take time to reflect. Don't let a salesperson rush you into a decision, no matter how accommodating or friendly they appear. Time is your ally. Stepping away for a moment to calmly review the offer can prevent impulsive decisions. And of course, remember to focus on the facts. Even if the salesperson tailors their pitch to sound perfect for you, focus on the contract details such as maintenance or hidden fees, along with the long-term cost of owning a timeshare. Code switching may make the deal sound more appealing, but your decision should be based on facts, not emotional appeals. In the King of the Hill episode, Death Buys a Timeshare, the character Jim, the sales closer, shows the manipulative nature of code switching in sales. As Cotton Hill and others resist purchasing, Jim drastically changes his physical appearance, voice inflection, and posture several times, shifting his entire demeanor to break down their defenses. His constant adaptation is not about understanding the buyers, but rather a calculated effort to manipulate their emotions and wear them down. This scene showcases the unsettling reality of how salespeople adjust their behavior to exploit buyer vulnerabilities, a practice commonly seen in high-pressure timeshare sales environments. Code switching is a sophisticated sales technique designed to build rapport and influence decisions. While it may seem harmless, it's often part of a broader strategy to push buyers into making fast, emotionally driven choices. By recognizing this tactic and staying focused on the facts, consumers can protect themselves from the high-pressure world of timeshare sales, ensuring that any decision you make is based on careful consideration, not clever sales tactics. This video is for informational purposes and not intended for legal advice. However, if you would like some, email us at finlawgroup today